Okay guys, I'm back with another Idaho 4 reading. So I'm actually using this Dark Mansion Tarot, which is kind of fitting, and I don't mean that in any dismissive way, but it's just interesting. So maybe it will give us a really good read. Tonight I'm going to be doing Dylan Mortensen. So everyone has their own opinion on this. You know, a lot of people have said, well, she's a victim. She was, just as much of a victim as, well, she's a victim because she experienced this horrific thing in her home and it's trauma and all that. And a lot of people feel like, she shouldn't be put under any fire or anything. To me, it never sat right with me that no matter how this went down, I just don't understand how the cops were not called about this incident till 9 hours later, 12 hours later, I don't even know. But so we're just going to tap into Dylan's energy. Supposedly she saw a figure in clad black with sorry, I'm totally butchering this, bushy eyebrows, and she was in a frozen shock phase, and then she just never left her room and never called until someone in the morning called. But so my personal opinion is that it's fishy, but that doesn't mean she's guilty. I just don't really understand why she did not call. So we're going to tap into Dylan Mortensen. Okay, this may not be relevant, but what it was just coming to me is to just ask overall, let's just get a feeling. Overall, how did she feel in the house? Now, my feeling is that she wasn't really part of this group as much as Maddie and Kaylee and Xana were pretty tight. Xana was the big, Maddie was Xana's big sister, I think, in the sorority. I don't know. Bethany was Maddie's. I don't know. But anyways, I just feel like Dylan was kind of not really part of it. But I don't know if that's even relevant. Yeah. As I tap into this energy, though, I'm getting a very bad feeling about that night. If you guys have followed this religiously, you know that they all took that photo together literally the night before this horrific incident. So, what was Dylan feeling at that time? I'm just getting a bad feeling. Dylan and Jack D have never sat right with me, but that doesn't mean they're guilty. It just... Ooh. This is someone who's not independent, not confident on their own. Okay. So I feel like she was trying to figure something out in her life. What was she trying to figure out? Yeah, well, there's some manipulation, which I don't love. With the Two of Wands is she felt like there was some decision she had to make. Maybe she was wanting to be on her own. Maybe she didn't want to live with them anymore, but she wasn't financially stable enough. Something was kind of racking her brain, but I feel like she pushed it off, or no one really knew. This was a personal battle she was going on, but I feel like she kind of went between feeling helpless and powerless to feeling I can devise a plan. I feel like she was kind of teeter-tottering on whether or not she could break away from the house. And that's interesting. How did she feel that night, though? The Nine of Pentacles reverse is a codependent energy. How did she feel the night of November 12th going into November 13th? Well, okay. So I'm not going to insinuate whether someone's guilty or someone's involvement. I'm just going to read the cards and the energy as I see it, okay? This is a new beginning. This is an offer. So I don't know if this was because related to what was going to happen to the victims, or this was maybe she got a call that night about a new place she was moving into. I mean, I feel like we would have found out about that, but this is an offer. This is also commitment. This is financial reward or offer here. And this financial thing was going to release her from this feeling of struggle. I don't love this just because this on that night is very odd. But like I'm just saying, I'm just reading the cards as they is. So the Five of Swords is like a competitive, like every man for himself, but at the end of the day feeling kind of defeated, feeling kind of like you can't beat your opponents, or it's like winning at all costs, okay? But it was reversed. So I feel like she felt like she couldn't even do this battle anymore, like she had to get out. So maybe she was thinking of moving, but a lot of this has to do with money, which is really weird. Because to be honest, guys, like I'm not into the whole theory about this, that it like it's money driven. I don't know why, because I feel like that's too easy of a cop out. Like to say, oh, this was all money driven. Like I feel like people's psyches are a lot deeper than that. Like I know money drives people a lot, but I just can't see that this heinous act would all be money driven. But like I'm just gonna tell you what I'm seeing regarding Dylan is there's something with financial and her hoping to gain some financial. Okay. Let's see, how did she feel at like 4 in the morning when everything was happening, and then when she maybe saw this figure, and then after, why didn't she take any action? So let's do those 3 cards. How did she feel at like 4 in the morning when this whole incident was happening? Greedy. Oh my God, what the hell? This is all about money. Queen of Cups, and wow, oh my God, you guys. I am not trying to manipulate you guys to feel anything or to think anything, but like, I'm just gonna say, this is very strange. So this is like how she felt at 4 in the morning, how she felt when she saw this person, and then after. This is heartbreak, and this swords in the heart. It's like, guys, okay, this is what I'm gonna say, is I don't know her intentions, but what I do know is she definitely had strong emotions after this. What is this 4 of Pentacles about? King of Wands reverse. Oh my God, this is like an angry masculine energy. This is like wanting someone all to herself. You guys, I don't know. This is very, very weird. The Queen of Cups is intuitive, they're emotional, but they're also emotionally grounded. So the theory that she was a frozen shock phase, no, she's not. This is Queen of Cups is upright. It's not reverse. If it was reversed, that means like emotionally unstable, unhinged. No, she was very intact with her emotions, but because she didn't call, and after the fact, she did feel heartbreak. We've got these 2 kings reversed. I did just hear the word guilt. All right, let's see. Why didn't she call? I'm going to use a different tarot deck now. I just woke my dog up with that. See, the Queen of Cups is like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's someone who's emotional, but they're mature emotionally. They're in touch with their emotions. So this isn't like a frozen shock phase. She was very in touch with her feelings at this time. This is confirmation that she was not disconnected from her feelings at this time. Why didn't she call earlier? If I get 4 swords, that would say she's sleeping. You know, there's some cards that could indicate she was asleep, but why didn't she call the authorities earlier? The Devil could say she was on drugs, perhaps, but let's see. This is holding back, you guys. She was not, I mean, okay. I wasn't there. I'm only doing a reading, so I don't want to imply that, like, this is facts. This is just a tarot reading. This is what's coming up. And to be honest, what's interesting is none of these are things that I thought would come up. This is holding back. This is willpower. This is consciously making an effort not to call. If I was just reading from these cards, okay, and I had no opinion of my own, no subjective, and I was just objectively reading this, the reading I'm getting is that she could be potentially involved, and it has to do with money and men that she was connected to, and she was paid to do this. She saw this as an opportunity, and she held her ground. She stayed emotionally stable. She didn't let her emotions get in the way. She held back. This is holding back, like a feminine energy. This is holding back a message. The Four of Cups reverse kind of throws me off a little bit. This is like what she wanted. This was a wish for her. This was not something she had dissonance with. So even though she could have had a heartbreak, she could have had some remorse, some sadness, this was ultimately what she wanted, guys. This holding back, and I hate to like make it so sinister, and I'm not saying this is the truth. I'm going to just keep reiterating that. I'm just saying what I see. This, it's almost like karmic cycle. If she would have called, it would have been incomplete, but the world is here. So what I'm getting from this as well is that what she thought, perhaps what motivated her actions didn't end up happening. And so that could be some of the regret and some of the remorse. She missed something here. She missed the whole picture in some way. Okay, guys, well, this is going to be continued because I'm tired, and let me just get one last card here. Overall energy for Dylan. It's very hard to tune in, to tap into this incident, even though I enjoy doing readings on this because it is so dark and sad and heavy and twisted. Overall energy, what we need to know about Dylan Mortensen. I don't want to paint anyone out to be the devil. Ooh, trapped. You see? Oh my God, you guys, this is what I was saying. Okay, I'm going to just say this, but this is exactly what I was saying from the beginning with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This trapped in individuality, wanting to be on your own, because the Nine of Pentacles represents like a solo energy, but it's reversed. And individuality and trap. She couldn't be her own person. Like, what I'm just going to say is this living situation for her was very triggering. It like shined a mirror on her inability to show up as herself. She felt very stifled by these people. She felt stuck. She felt like no one was hearing her or appreciating her. But a lot of this was her own insecurities. These people, their power shined the light on her perceived inadequacies. So it was a very triggering place for her. That's not to say it led her to do some heinous acts, but this is just what she was feeling. She wanted to be her own person, but she felt trapped. That's it. That's what I have to say about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.